What are you doing, my brothers? Could you please introduce one by one? If I'm wrong, please forgive me.
Yeah, right now I think I'm audible. Am I audible right now?
Actually, whenever you are getting onto the stage, suppose that you have been provided one topic and you have to deliver some speeches about this topic. So you have got onto the stage and you started delivering lectures. Okay. So during your lecture, what is happening that people are going to laugh at you if you are going to make any mistakes, or they are going to make some bad comments about you. These things will happen. So what will be the solution of this problem? Actually, I ask to other people that if you have gotten to the stage, if you have delivered some speeches and people started laughing at you, are you going to be killed or are you going to be murdered? So if you are going to be killed over there, then you need to have the fear. Otherwise, if you are having fear, this will be the foolishness of your mind. And also, let me tell you, when I was practicing for my English, it has been 15 years I have been practicing for English. So when I was practicing for my English, I got a friend who was always trying to demotivate me. He was saying that your English is bad, you don't speak good English, your pronunciation is bad. So as he was making a bad comments about me, so whenever I was listening to him, I was always putting a smile on my face, and sometimes I was laughing. So whenever you put a smile on your face and whenever you laugh, what happens with your brain? Your brain will be positive. And if your brain will be positive, then you are not going to be affected by these people. So whenever you are coming across with these people, try to always put a smile on your face. Because your mind is responsible for operating your brain. Because if you start thinking negative things in your mind, things are not going to be working. So always try to put a smile on your face and don't have any fear, because fear cannot kill you. Yeah, that is the thing. I also provide
Yeah.
spoken English classes online. I
Yes, yes,
thought
yes.
that, so that's the reason I thought I'm million. Okay, thank you so
Surely,
much.
surely. Yes. Who is that? Someone is on. Please shut off your phone. If you have any point, just raise your hand and give your points. There is no point to interrupt anyone. Please, kindly, I am saying that. Yes, if you have any point, just raise your hand and just give your points. It's completely fine. Yes, thank you. Yes, the Farhan gives a lot of good points, and even he is a very fluent in English, I think. Yes, once if you have friends nearby you or surroundings, they always demotivates you, and it maybe give you low self-confidence in all situations, I think. Yes, they mock you, they laugh at you. Why are you trying to do? Why? What is the point you are become go which very fluent? So some points are definitely demotivate us. So we don't take it as a very serious matter because he is conveying the message right now. Yes, that's and the negative comments are coming in each and every way. So you don't need to face each and every negative comments that comes from your side. So just okay, fine. If you don't want to hear my voice or hear my English, just get out, and or else you may get out from that. So that place which will give you a very confident. I think in if you go and some people are look likes you that they just want to improve their skills. So that people we need. So just take those people nearby you and and speak and converse with them. So by day, it is not a one day process. Each and everyone in this group, they know very well about that. This is not a one day process. This comes over. It takes a lot of time. Some may have 10 days, some may have 30 days, some may have even years to do. Farhan says that he is practicing the English conversation for nearly 15 years. So that's a very great, I think, because I appreciate you. Because even in my career, I also not started at the earlier stage. Even after completing my graduation, then only I try to study and practicing the English because I am from the native language speaker. So even I am also a government school student. So they don't have any other opportunity to improve your skills. If you take 15 years back, you don't have any other coaching institutes or anything that related to English are not there. If it has, they just told about what are the grammars, what are the simple tense, what are the past tense. They are just starting the tenses, but it doesn't help in any kind. Ruby also gave the good statement that the grammar is one of the very big problem. Yes, grammar is one of the very big problem, but before that we have a lot of problems. Grammar is, yes, fine, I accept that the grammar is a problem, but even you don't need a grammar to converse or you to speak with. Once the voice comes over your mouth, then automatically it will remember in your subconscious mind, okay, you have a confident, you have something to do with English. That confidence gives you a boost and go again and go forward. So yes, that's a very big problem. And what are the problems faced by the speakers? Can anyone?
Yeah, actually, I can talk about it. I can also talk about grammar, but maybe you are going to think I'm only speaking and people are not speaking. So that's the reason I'm always quiet over here.
Yeah.
Yes,
yes, grammar is a very important, I think. But before that, we have to speak, right? And that the voice should come. Even if you speak, if you read English newspapers like the Hindu or Indian Express, you just read it in your mind itself. So it doesn't help you because you know the meaning of the meaning and what are the meaning given by the newspaper. You can easily get into your mind, but the voice and the tongue doesn't move. So that's a very big problem. First, you move your tongue and you have to practice those things, because if you take a newspaper, then just read loudly. I am saying that point. You have to speak loudly. Even it may be thought like a silly, because even the second standard student or third standard student, they just read from their mind. Why I should read out loudly? So these are the questions that maybe come from your mind. But that's a matter. If you read loudly again and again, it will definitely remember it in your subconscious mind. So over a period of time, you can easily speak in English, very well versed with English, because this technique will help many people. Because even I am also a mind reader. I just read in my mind. Once I just came into the picture, that means that I go into any place. If anyone asks in any question regarding in English, I cannot speak in English. I couldn't speak. So what are the? I ask it myself. What are the problem? I can easily read, easily write. Then why I can't speak in English? So these are the question comes in mind randomly. Then I found that your tongue is not ready to speak it in English. So even if you are native speaker, like if you are from Hindi, you are from Marathi, Gujarati, I am from Tamil Nadu, Tamil. So I am very well versed in my language. So I can easily speak and in a very, very good manner. So this is the point in each and everyone. So is anyone giving the point?
Yeah, actually, I'd like some comments about that.
Yes, surely. Yeah.
Actually, many people are getting stuck in having this conversation because they have fear of mistakes. Whenever you have this kind of thinking, it means that you are damaged from having a good conversation. Now, let me give you some motivational lines for that. Some months ago, I was having a conversation with American tutor. He was from California. He was saying that 80% American people make grammar mistakes when they have conversation with other people. So just imagine the person who has been born to America, he has been learning English from his childhood. If he makes mistake, he doesn't care about these things. But we as Indian people, if we make a little bit mistake, we think like that we have committed a crime. We have murdered someone. Come on, man, mistake is not.
Yes. That's yes. You are giving the.
If you say you are having a good conversation, how can you identify yourself? As long as they understand you, as long as they respond to the question immediately, that's something that you are having a good conversation. Because if I have been sitting here, I'm making a lot of points to you, but you're not getting my point. So what's the advantage of being here and having a talk with you? So if I say something, you listen to my question, you answer the question immediately, that's something that you are having a good conversation. If you look at the whole idea, if you have the capability to convey your message to other people, that's it. That will be considered as a healthy conversation, I can say. Yeah.
Yes, nice points. Yes, exactly, you are right. He told that even if they are in abroad country like Canada or America, they just take them good mistakes in their English. Yes, even in our native language also, we do have some mistakes, right? The same thing happened for them, I think. Yes. We don't need to worry about and demotivate ourselves to why we can't, why happens to me. Even though I just want to improve myself, but this happens to me again and again. Why I can't improve my English communication skill? These are the questions that come your mind. I can say that. Yes. So the practicing and exercising regularly, it will definitely help you in English. Even though it is not in English, whatever field you may choose, it will get into the success rate. It may increase your success rate. I think I told like exactly. So yes, grammatical error it maybe comes before that. You have to speak. No other excuses can be accepted. So the people who are in our community group, actually we can say that nearly 7 to 8 members just joined the group. It doesn't matter here, but yes, those who want to improve English, they just come, and some people they just take it as a small converse group, and we don't need it right now. They just get out from the group. You can see right now that there are only 2 people, only 4 people are there, I think. So these people are very eagerly to improve their skill. Ruby also there. Definitely, I thought she definitely comes in the picture in a very good English near future. So I appreciate. Farhan is already a very good speaker. I think he is also have a lot of abilities to speak with anyone, and I appreciate that. Even though I don't have any, not much converse like them, I don't have any. I don't need to demotivate myself because that's not a matter here. Just even if you take Mr. Dr. APJ Abdul Kalam, I have already said that because I am one of the beloved and lovely, yes, devotee of them. So I take Mr. Abdul Kalam, sir. So his English is very simple. Even a small child, even as it may be a second standard or third standard, he can easily observe what he is going to tell and what he is conveying the message. So these are the points I taken from them. So I thought the English which is comes our mouth, which should be knowledgeable, and it could be um, it should be understandable to everyone, and what are the message it have in your mind, they just conveyed. So these are the points good get into your mind. So that's enough for that. Even if you take Mr. Somnath, the chairman of ISRO right now, he can, you can see the videos of them. He can speak in a very simple English. You can easily observe the physics and the astrodynamics in easily manner. So that's what we need. You don't need a very flurry and very getting English. So you don't need that. Just you have to convey your message, that what in your mind. That not comes in a single day. It comes over the period of time. We practicing day and by day. Definitely, you cannot easily say that I can communicate well with this period of time. You cannot say that. You can't say that. But even though if you take next 6 months back, you can say, yes, I have some improvement in my English by speaking and giving your facts. So by practicing, definitely we will come. And what are the native speakers facing the problem? Is anyone? Ruby?
A lot of point, but everybody must be speaking, so that's the reason I'm quiet. Yeah. Can anyone make some points about it?
If you have, yes, surely if you have any point, just because even I found that no one is raised their hand, so I just convey the message and read out loudly.
So I
So if
can
you have some, tell me, Farhan.
Actually, whenever it's about having any interaction, many people are saying that whenever I try to conversate with foreign people, language is not understandable for me. Because if we talk about British people, they pronounce the word in British accent. If we talk about American people, they pronounce the word in American accent. So if you are a beginner, you have started your journey for the first time in English. So if you are going to interact with any native speaker, it is going to create a lot of trouble. So what will be the solution of this problem? So whenever you are going to interact with any foreign people, before than that, you need to listen to the British or American pronunciation a lot. Because when you listen to the things lot, words and sentences will be understandable in your mind. And once it will be understandable in your mind, then what is going to happen whenever you interact with any foreign people? What are they saying? You are going to understand it automatically. Now, even if we talk about pronunciation, what is happening to the pronunciation? Suppose that if I want to make some improvement with my pronunciation, what is happening to most of the people? People are going outside and they are observing a local accent. So if you interact with any foreign people having local accent, they will not get your point whatever talking about. They will be confused with your accent. So how can you do that? You have to make your accent standard and it must be understandable to all the people. So when I was practicing for my English, I was thinking about I should go for British accent or I should go for American accent. One day I made a plan that I have to go for British accent. I was talking like British people in this way. About his tone could be surprised. So I thought that if I'm going to speak in the same manner, if I go for the job interview, definitely the interviewer can be thinking about me. How I'm trying to be smart over there. So okay, so it hit my brain, and one of my friends told me that you have to speak Indian accent. So how do I practice my pronunciation? If you talk about web browser, you are going to find a lot of dictionaries over there. Suppose that I'm getting to one of the dictionary. I got one pronunciation, just for example, bottle of water. British people will pronounce this word, bottle of water. So I listen to the pronunciation, but I don't pronounce the words like them. I say bottle of water. So what will happen? The way of the pronouncing of the word will be the same, or the syllable will be the same, but my accent will be like India. So try to speak Indian accent. And if your accent will be understandable, most of the people will understand you. Even I speak with British people, American people, they all get my point. Yeah. Are you seeing something?
Yeah, Ahmad, yeah. Give your suggestions.
How are you?
Give your points.
I'm new here.
Yeah. This is the English group. So if you have any points regarding the title shown above, the topic, you can raise your hand and just give your point.
Sorry,
Okay, nice.
I'm a beginner. You can speak. You can speak.
Okay, no problem. No problem at all. You don't need to show your attention. So just see that and you can communicate from tomorrow. Okay, nice. The Farhan saying the very, very good points. If you want to...
I would like to improve my English.
Surely you can improve your English by regularly doing the practice from this group. Yes, the Farhan saying very good points. If you want to speak like British accent, British people, first you don't need to go. Firstly, you don't need to go for the very first time for the British speakers. Before that, you have to see some videos regarding the British speakers and how they pronounce it and how they give their accent. So first you have to understand that, then go to speak the native speakers by using different type of applications right now there. Yes, that's a good point, because if you not a very well versed with our normal Indian language, then how can we go get into that? So that definitely give you, demotivate you. So before that, yes, actually in my case I just see the Hollywood movies and with subtitle only. Without subtitle I couldn't understand what they are saying. Even right now I put some subtitles to the Hollywood movies and I watch that. Even lot of vocabularies I don't know the meaning of that, and then just note that and just see the vocabulary, because that's a very big time tasking. So in my case, the English journey start like that. I see the Hollywood movies in English, and then and then just continue to speak with some other people like that. But I cannot find, even though in the current situation I couldn't find the people those who want to improve English. Very few are the people are there right now to speak with it. Once upon a time I can give, if anyone give a point, they just raise the hand and I give you permission. Okay, fine. In library, actually she is from Canada, I think. She come from Canada, and just they asked me to how to go for the airport from the current location. They asked me, but even though I know how to tell them how to give the route and how to tell the route from the current location, without having the proper practice and without having the confidence in my mind, I totally confused them. Oh, you have to go this and that, go that side and go straight, take bus and go. I give this type of converse with them. So she couldn't understand what I am saying, and I am also find that I am confusing them, and I don't know how to convey the message in my mind. So these are the problem definitely faced by each and everyone. So what I am saying that first you have to communicate with the Indian native people. Even you couldn't see my face, I couldn't see your face. So this is it's on type of stranger feeling, I know about that. You just converse. First, once you are very very good with this type of conversation, without seeing the face of the stranger, you can, after completing this nearly 3 to 4 months of your practicing, then go on outside and just see the people. Those who don't know the native speaking, if you are in Madhya Pradesh or Maharashtra, some people are there from outside of our country. You just want to, if you communicate, so it will helpful for you. Or else some applications are there, the Cambly also there. Just take the good tutor. I am not a sponsor to this application, but I am also once upon a time I just have a application and it may be helpful. But once you are somewhat having the yes Farhan, are you want to give some point?
Yeah, actually, I would like to talk about it. Actually, there are some websites just like italkies. Go over there, put whatever language do you want. They will give you a list of native speaker of all languages, not about English, not about Arabic. All the languages of native speakers will be found over there. So what is happening to most of the people, whenever they have been getting to that website, they are taking a lesson. So when you book a lesson with a native speaker, what is going to happen? Your whole classes will be focused on these grammar rules and some of the passages. So if you are going to attend the class in this manner, what is going to happen? Your money will be wasted. You are not going to have any kind of interaction with any tutor over there. So whenever you are booking a lesson with a native speaker, try to have a conversation with them about different topics, because whenever you conversate about topics, your conversation is not going to be finished in 1 or 2 sentences. It is going to be more than that. Because when I was practicing for my English, I was not looking for a normal conversation. I was going outside and I was not looking for some people who can conversate with me, because I have been living in a locality. If I go outside, if I try to conversate with any people are not interested. They are going to talk with me in Hindi language or something like that. So even if suppose that I have been outside, I got a call from a person who is living in Tamil Nadu, who is calling me from different countries. So I have to talk with them in English. So whenever I talk with them in English, people stare at me, and some people are going to say, you are trying to show off your skills. So that kind of situation I'm having. So in this locality, I can learn English. Why can't anybody learn English? So I suggest to all my students that don't go for the normal conversation. Suppose that we have been friends for about 2 days. We went outside, we started having a conversation. You would ask a question, hey Fran bro, where are you going? I would answer, everything is going well. I'm going to market, or everything is going well. How are you? Something like that. And after that, we are finished with our conversation. We are not continued with our conversation. So whenever you are doing some practices with English, try to have a practice with topics, because if you practice with the topics, your conversation will not be finished in 1 or 2 sentences. It is going to be more than that. And try to have a conversation with yourself. Don't look for the partners, because there is a there is a process which is called shadowing conversation. In this conversation, what you have to do, you have to do it alone. You can do it by yourself. You don't need any conversational partner. It is something that you are going to do by yourself. So by collecting some topics, I was having a lot of conversation. And let me tell you something very important. I don't have any brothers, sisters. Both of the parents have been passed away. So I've been living at home alone. But when my mother was alive, she was observing me that I was doing practices with myself. So she was saying, have you gone crazy? You have been practicing with yourself. So I was telling her that I know what you don't know. So but the days passed and it became a habit for her. So she was not saying anything. This can be a madness. This can be a foolishness. But if you do these things, inshallah, you are going to see huge improvement after some 6 months or 8 months, I can say. Yeah.
Yes, that's a good point. In our native, we also told like that, the same thing. We just say face the mirror and just talk anything about topic with a 5 to 10 minutes daily. It will definitely improve our skill. But the problem where it is if you try to see your face in a mirror, that's the point. That's the fear came out from our inside. Actually, in my case also the same thing happened in my life. So if I want to see the mirror, then I fear out how I cannot speak in English. So this type of problem are there. So firstly, you told that yes, go and see some people and just speak. But there is a problem. They are told that yes, okay, he show that skills. These type of comments are coming from our side. So just take away and get it out. Just talk. That's important. And the people, those who are in the group, they are not with the tutor or any other author regarding the English or any other language. They just go for some other work, or some people are working in any companies or just a student. They just take the English as a communicating tool. They don't need to take it as a knowledge and don't get into it as a knowledge, and we have to spend a lot of hours to get the knowledge from this English. So that is not the case here. Just speak and it will definitely come out one day. You don't have a time frame. I cannot say that it's come from this period to that period, but once if you have a nearly 2 to 3 months over the conversation, and definitely it will helpful. And he told that yes, I good point regarding that. I forget. Yes, the question type phrases. What are you go? Where are you going? Yes, market. These are the question phrases you can read from the school days itself. So that's also not going to helpful. Yes, I can give you a good important message that if you take a story, even in your school days, you also have a lot of school days. Even the LKG, pre-KG student, you have a lot of stories from your staffs. They just give you in your native language. Just yes, in that time you take the story and tell it to the mirror into your English language. That's very important here. If you have many trouble, yes, you have many trouble in showing and telling the story. Yes, continue.
Okay, I'm sorry to interrupt.
No problem. You no problem.
Okay, I think your mic has some problem and it makes some noises. I have to introduce myself for you guys. This is the first night that I'm joining your group. Enjoying really enjoyed it.
No problem. Yes, I have small problem over the mic. Yes. Sorry for that. Yes, you just take the story of.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, continue.
I want to remind you that I think you're principal of this meeting, and you are representing a very good and a good information for us. If you continue this process, it would be better to speak with each other, because I know that this is the best way to improve our speaking skills as well. So in this case, I want to recommend you that every night at this time, it would be better to have a special meeting of right now we have. So this was my recommendation. Over to you, Mr. Hari Kumar.
Yes. Good recommendation. Thank you so much. I appreciate you. Yes, the people who are in this group just try to speak, because I think I and Farhan and Nazar are randomly speaking and simultaneously one after another. Alternatively, we are speaking. Just use this group TKS India. Put a lot of hard work to do this type of good thing. So we have to understand.
I may group as well, but this recommendation is also, I have to add that before we want to have a meeting, before that 3 or 4 hours, we have to share a special topic with each other. In this case, we will get lots of information about the topic, and we will be able to speak with each others about that topic. It would be also better. What's your idea?
Yes, it's a good idea, but yes, the TKS India also allowed the message and the participant to message in the group, but they used it in a wrong way, I think, because a lot of people are messaging uselessly and they just flare one another. That's a very big problem we have facing. So that's why we just put that admin only can.
And you know, the people who are, yes.
Yes, I can understand that. Yes, for that only we have posted the topic before, nearly 5 to 6 hours before the classes start. So you can just take the good information and small facts regarding the topic, and then just talk about that. That's a new question. Even though if you can see that, you can directly see that nearly 4 to 5 people are there. They don't. Yes, they are the people. They definitely want to improve the skills. Otherwise, many people are there. Even nearly 290 people are in our group. They even in not a single percentage there to communicate with in English. So that's a very big problem. Even the people who joined, they don't want to give their points. I also facing the problem in English. It doesn't matter here. Just speak. And the Farhan also giving a lot of good points. I think he is very.
You are right. Enjoying completely agree with you. But my recommendation is this: that the people who you know that you are interested to have a special meeting with you and they are participating with you in this meeting, it would be better to make other WhatsApp or emails, get emails from them. Every night when you try to plan a meeting, you can email to them or you can message to them. They will be able to join the meeting as well. And I have some friends that
you are giving the good statements and what are the things that's needed for this situation. You can giving that, but the reality is somewhat different from that. Yes, you are very interested to speak in English, but that is not the same case for each and everyone in this group. Even they are attending the classes, they are not showing their interest to speak, and they are be quiet at the quiet for last 1 month. Sorry, 1 hour. So they just be silent at the 1 hour and they completed the conversation. Because I am only the 3 members. I think they are converse regarding the topic continuously. So I think we have yes. Is there any recommendation? Definitely I have going to convey that to TKS India group. So don't worry about that. I will definitely do that. But before that, people please engage in this, because this is not is a small thing, because TKS India very seriously, even you can see that the SMS group that is in our WhatsApp group, they just open the group. They simply just messaging itself. They don't want everyone say that hi, but they don't want to speak really. So that's a matter. That's a problem.
This is a common problem that most of people have, unfortunately. But the main thing that I have told you before, that it would be better to know that who are most interested to. It it would be better to prepare and make another group of WhatsApp, or make them take them emails on every night or every time when you want to have a special meeting with them. It would be better to call them or message in group. It would be about fine.
Yes, nice. But if you see that even each and everyone in this group are not only the English learner, because they have some other work, and they are students. Some people are students, some people are working professionals. Even I am also I am also working professional by and simultaneously I am preparing for the civil service examination. It's one of the biggest and toughest examination in India. So I am also preparing for that, and simultaneously I just want to improve my skill. That's why I just into this group, and I make an arrangement before 9:30 to 10:30, because I have to study a lot things before that. So, but English also is an important thing when if you go to the interview or something. So yes, you giving the good points, but I can, if I continue means, I will convey this message to the TKS India definitely. Yes, people, please just talk in English, or else it is a waste of time, I think, because 2 or 3 people are communicating, that is not going to helpful for everyone in this group. So yes, definitely we will see in tomorrow classes. Thank you so much for each and everyone those who are participating in this class, and thanks for TKS India again. And we will wind up the class. We can inform you tomorrow the classes are there or not. So thank you so much for each and every. Thank you.